Hi everyone, it's Bev here, your mental health coach, providing tips, tools, techniques and advice, helping you to stay mentally strong in these difficult times and beyond. The topic for this video is happiness. What I want to do is talk about happiness to challenge some of our beliefs, thoughts, ideas around what it is to be happy, and to see if our ideas will carry us gracefully into the brave new world and the new normal, whatever that may be. I want to also leave you with a new concept of happiness that you may not have thought about, but will definitely give you food for thought. So first, I have some questions for you. Are you happy? You don't need to think about it. You don't need to pause. Are you happy? What is happiness to you? What makes you happy? Or maybe a better question is, to what extent are you happy? So if 0, you are miserable as sin, and 10 over here is you're ecstatically happy, where are you in this continuum? You see, most of us, when we think about happiness, we fall into 4 main camps. So let me explain the 4 camps that we fall into. Camp number 1. If you're in camp number 1, you think that happiness is a sunny day. It's a smile or a hug or an amazing meal at a restaurant. Now, I can't argue with that, but what happens if there is no sun? What happens if it's raining? What happens if you live in a country where the sun seldom shines? What happens if in lockdown there are no hugs to be got? And what happens if all the restaurants are closed? Camp number 2. Some people believe that happiness is a when situation. So I will be happy when I get the amazing car, the big house, the great job, and the fulfilling relationship. But you see, the problem with that is that these things are all fleeting. So the research says that yes, we are happy if we get the great job, but at the point of getting the job, we are happy. At the point of acquiring the car or the house or the relationship, we are happy, but they subside. This happiness subsides over time, and we're always looking, seeking for the next big thing, the next hit. It's like the accumulation of stuff is an addiction. Camp number 3, some people believe that happiness is because I deserve to be happy because I'm a good person, I'm a nice person. But what happens if after all of that you're still not happy? Then do you put it down to the fact that I'm not happy because I can't be very nice, or I'm not worthy, I don't deserve to be happy? Maybe happiness is something that other people do and it's not for me. And then you can easily fall into a victim consciousness. Camp number 4 is happy if. If I play by the rules, I will be happy. The rules of society, that is, get my qualifications, get a good job, get on the ladder of success, and then I will be happy. But as we all have witnessed, this coronavirus has taken the carpet from underneath our feet. There is no rules anymore. There are no rules anymore. So what do we do? Where do we go? You see, the issue with these 4 camps is that the ability to be happy is dependent on external factors. So if things don't work out in our environment, then we become unhappy. The ability to be happy is all about our expectations. So if we expect this to happen and it doesn't happen, we become very disappointed. So we think that our happiness is outside of ourselves, nothing to do with us. It's about how life plays out. Well, life, being life, is suffering. It's disappointing. Shit happens. We don't get the job. We don't get the relationship. We don't get the car, and we don't even get to go to the restaurant. Then what? Now what? Where do we go? What do we do? So let's look at a completely different body of work that could put some light on it, on the whole idea of being happy. It's Buddhism. The Buddha noted in his search for the meaning of life that life is suffering. He concluded that if life is suffering, we need to get over it. We're never going to escape death. We're never going to escape age, no matter how we try to put on the Instagram face or the Instagram body or try to emulate celebrity. We will get old and we will die. Lots of us will get sick or be in the presence of our loved ones that get sick. What are we going to do about that? And a lot of us will be poor. Now, when he looked at poverty, he wasn't looking at money. He wasn't looking at dinero. He was looking at an impoverished mind, a mind that is negative, a mind that is critical, judgmental, that has nothing positive to say about anything or anyone. Now, he said the reason why life is such suffering for us is because of our attachments to the suffering. We get attached to things, to people, to events, and it causes us great suffering when things don't go our way. So I want to give you an example about the attachments according to the Buddha. So let's just take my ring here. This is an amazing ring. I love it. I bought it online. Look at that. This ring is magical. I can't open it now. But this ring I bought online. Now, what happens if I get attached to this ring? I can get attached to this ring in many ways. I can say, I bought it online and I searched high and low for a ring that represented me. It cost a lot of money, so I'm attached to it. I need to put it somewhere safe that people don't steal it. Then I might go overboard and say, do you know, when I wear this ring, I feel amazing. So my feeling good is dependent on this ring. I could go even further and say to you, do you know, the other day I was going to give a presentation. I wore my ring and everything went according to plan. It was an amazing presentation. This is my lucky ring. So I've put a lot of onus on this piece of metal. And so if I lose it, if this ring goes missing, I am going to be unhappy. We attach ourselves to absolutely everything. We attach ourselves to people. So we give people the responsibility. You are responsible for my happiness. That's a big bit of power to give to somebody. The weather, the news, just life in itself. We give over our power to other things for our happiness in order to be happy. So what we need to do, according to the Buddha, is to detach from everything and to hold our happiness inside of us. Indeed, the Buddha said that happiness is an inside job. Happiness is peace of mind. And when you detach from all external things, then we can find or claim happiness. Now, it is not to say that we are indifferent or disinterested. No, but we are compassionate about things. We are detached in a compassionate way, right? So if I detach from this ring, this ring is not my reality. It's not going to make me happy, but I still like it. I still love it. I still have a lot of fun when I'm wearing this ring, but it's not responsible for my happiness. I detach. If I detach in a compassionate way, I don't beat myself up about the way that I look, because I'm kind to myself. I'm passionate about, or compassionate about, whatever is going on in my life. If we can detach from our environment, what's going on, the events, then we are free to come and go as we please. If we are detached, then we turn on our creativity. If we detach, we can go with the flow. I don't need to eat in a fancy restaurant. I can eat bread and still be content, to be happy. We can have joyous moments, because happiness is a process, isn't it? So therefore, I am happy in the moment of doing something. My happiness is not dependent on the result. It's dependent on me just living my life, going with the flow. So I offer this detaching, stepping back. If detaching is too big a word, stepping back from the chaos which is going on in the world, the crises that's going on in the world. Happiness, at the end of the day, is a decision. Decide to be happy and you will be happy. You'll turn on those feel-good emotions and you will be happy. I leave you with that thought. Until next time.